Today, around 10:57 a.m., our officers were responding to a call of an active shooter at the Abundant Life Christian School here in Madison. Today is a sad, sad day, not only for Madison, but for our entire country.
You always see it on TV that it happens somewhere else.
You know, with what's been going on the last couple of years, that it was going to be a matter of time before this comes to Madison.
We know that at least 3 people have lost their lives, including a juvenile person. This is something that we all prepare for, but we hope we never have to do.
This is an incredibly sad day for our community. On behalf of the Common Council and the City of Madison staff, I want to offer our heartfelt condolences to the victims and families and to the whole Abundant Life community.
And welcome to News 3 Now at 10. We continue our coverage on today's tragic shooting at Abundant Life Christian School. At least 3 people are dead, including the shooter.
Madison police have released a timeline of this morning. At 10:57, a second grader called 911 to report an active shooter. In that moment, emergency response units were dispatched. 3 minutes later, at 11, a Dane County deputy was the first to arrive on scene, shortly followed by a Madison police officer. 5 minutes later, at 11:05, Madison police announced that the shooter was down. At that same time, Madison Fire Department was arriving on scene to render aid to the victims. Officers cleared the building at 11:14. Our News 3 Now team has been out live across the Madison area, bringing you this coverage on the incident and bringing you the information as it comes in.
Well, let's start tonight with Maddie Himes, who has been following the updates from Madison Police throughout the day today. Maddie, what's the latest from Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes?
The latest is we now know the name of the shooter, 15-year-old Natalie Ruppnow. Officials say she went by the name Samantha, again, a 15-year-old student at Abundant Life Christian School. We also know that the shooter died in transport to the hospital, not on the scene, from what officials believe to be self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Of course, we have to wait for the medical examiner's office to make that determination, but that is what officials believe to be the cause of death at the moment. Now, Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes also detailing the 911 call made from the school this morning.
At 10:57 a.m., a second grade student called 911 to report a shooting had occurred at school. Don't let that soak in for a minute. A second grade student called 911 at 10:57 a.m. to report a shooting at school.
Officials say shots were fired in a classroom during a study hall with a couple different grades within that classroom. The second grader not in that classroom but heard the shots and made the call. School official Barbara Wires was teaching the moment it happened, and like many other teachers in the building, put her class on lockdown.
They were clearly scared when they realized, when we practice, we always say this is a drill. It is just a drill. When they heard lockdown, and nothing else, they knew it was real. But they handled themselves brilliantly.
A school official, Wires, was able to tell us that Abundant Life does not have metal detectors or a school resource officer, but they do rely on security cameras. Now, Chief Barnes says it'll hopefully be at the next briefing where we can get more information on the status of the victims. 2 still in the hospital in critical condition, 2 with non-life-threatening injuries, and 2 having been released today. That next official press briefing will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We'll, of course, be there. But for now, reporting on Madison's east side, Maddie Himes, News 3 Now.
All right, Maddie, thank you very much. A large police presence was reported at a home on Madison's north side today.
And the police say that home was connected to the shooting at Abundant Life. Jalen Banks is live there at the scene. Jalen.
Eric and Brady, yes, I am here on Madison's north side, right on Delaware Boulevard. The house right behind me around 8:30 this evening. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes confirming that this is indeed the home of the shooter. Residents in the area tell me the home incident happened around 2 p.m. this evening. Police Chief Sean Barnes earlier saying that they interviewed individuals from the home that are a part of the family of the shooter, and at this moment they were not able to find a motive.
We are getting cooperation from the As to the specifics of what they're saying, we don't know that. One of the things that we try to do, that we've learned doing interviews with people who are cooperative, is not to interrupt. And so I would not want to interrupt the interview just to give information. We'll come back a little later. If we can have more information, we'll do that.
Now, residents tell me the home incident happened around 2 p.m. this evening, and when that happened, they heard multiple explosion-like sounds.
I'm not in direct view of the home. However, when I got home this afternoon, I heard such a loud boom that it shook my house. One person said they heard 3 booms. I must have got home just as the last one went. That was shortly before 2 o'clock.
Now, residents that live in this area tell me that this incident is unlike anything that they've seen living here. Now, as of right now, there's a much lighter police presence compared to what I saw when I was here earlier throughout the day. I see just 2 police vehicles at this moment. Police continue to come in and out of the home. Now, as you could imagine, it's been, an unfathomable day for residents in this area, in this neighborhood, and also those involved at the school. But we'll continue to keep you updated as we gather more information, both on air and online. But for now, reporting on Madison North Side, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Jalen. Well, Police Chief Sean Barnes indicated today he did not think Abundant Life Christian School has resource officers on staff. The executive director of the National Association of School Resource Officers, Mo Kennedy, tells us, according to their database, the school did not. School resource officers were removed from Madison schools in the past few years. But Kennedy says even if they were placed back in, the current system doesn't allow local governments to place them into private schools as well.
I don't think it's just our database that we're able to glean that from. I think it's pretty standard that you don't see that in a private school. For right now, for private schools, if they want to have a law enforcement presence, they're going to have to privately hire an off-duty law enforcement officer to work in that environment. And so, again, so you're talking about them having to self-fund that situation.
And earlier today at one of those news conferences, Barbara Weirs with the school confirmed that it does not have school resource officers. Kennedy says there are limited school safety and SRO grants from the Department of Justice, but he thinks more can be done there as well.
Abundant Life Christian School issued a statement on its Facebook page also early in the day, which read, quote, "Prayers requested today. We had an active shooter incident at ALCS. We are in the midst of following up, and we will share more information as we are able. Please pray for our Challenger family," end quote. Also a statement from the Madison School District. Dr. Joe Gothard, superintendent there. Multiple MMSD schools were actually placed on hold while police were responding to Abundant Life. And the Madison School District saying, quote, "This unimaginable tragedy impacts not just one school, but all of us in the greater Madison community. No one should face these complex emotions in isolation. As a community bound by mutual respect and compassion, we urge everyone to continue looking out for one another, to offer kindness, and to keep the Abundant Life Christian School community in your thoughts," end quote.
Meanwhile, the city of Madison is giving out several resources that may help support those who have been affected by this tragedy. Calling 211 will get you free and confidential information on several services, including mental health. 988 is for the Suicide Crisis Lifeline. And you can also call the SAMHSA Disaster Distress Helpline for mental health services, including those impacted by mass shootings. Then there's also the Victim Connect Resource Center, which offers confidential assistance to victims of crime through trained specialists who are available to help you locate services in your area, including mental health counseling, legal services, and more. Many families are holding their kids extra tight tonight after the shooting that happened at Abundant Life Christian School. Especially those parents who were reunited with their children after waiting for hours at the unification site. Meryl Hubbard spoke with a second grader from the school and her family to see what it felt like to experience this incident firsthand.
Here at SSM Health, the Dean Medical Center was the unification site for families to reunite with their kids after the school shooting.
I was getting ready for lunch, so it was basically lunchtime. And then I just heard sobbing, and there was a teacher named Mrs. Slater, and she was screaming like, "Ah, my leg, help, help."
Nora is 8 years old and a second grader at Abundant Life Christian School. She says she heard the commotion from the shooting before going into lockdown.
I was really scared and I was really sad.
Well, I was on my way to work, and I was moving out of the way for ambulances and police to move out of the way. And at the same time, I ended up getting a text from my kid's school saying that there was an active shooting.
Nora's dad, Carl, was in shock when he found out both his son and daughter were in the building with the shooter. He went to the Unification Center and waited hours for their return.
Seeing 10, 12, 15 ambulances really scared me, thinking that one of my children might be the one, but it's really sad for the people that were there. I'm grateful that it's not mine, but it's really sad, and it's going to take a lot of time and just a lot of consoling for everybody in the community.
The family was reunited more than 4 hours after the shooting was reported. Carl is relieved to give his kids a popsicle and a big hug after an unforgettable day.
They did what they needed to do to get the kids back to us. It took a little while, but we're all back, and we're going to go home and be safe and hold each other.
The journey ahead for these families is recovering from what happened at the Abundant Life Christian School. Reporting on Madison's east side, Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Meryl. Many families at the site say they will continue having conversations with their kids in the hopes to help them recover from this tragedy.
And dozens of people in Middleton came together after today's shooting at Abundant Life Christian School.
Ellie Liberté is live at Blackhawk Church with how residents are coming together. Ellie.
Yeah, this prayer vigil wrapped up about 2 hours ago, but as you said, dozens, if not hundreds of people coming together tonight. We saw a lot of emotion here, people hugging one another, tears were shed, people getting so emotional they actually had to leave where the vigil was happening. Of course, this a horrific moment for this community. I spoke with a pastor who was hosting this event. He said this came together very quickly. He saw the need in the community, but he was actually at the reunification center earlier today speaking with parents. He says actually some of those parents were members of this church here. So he wanted to host something to bring them together. He says as horrific as this moment was, it was a moment that the community came together and stepped up.
Just so proud of our city and the way that they rallied in that moment. I mean, seeing at the reunification site, police officers that were coming around families and going above and beyond their job, to people from nonprofit organizations descending on the place and working in the lives of people, to teachers who were stepping into situations.
Blackhawk Church is also hosting a service tomorrow at 7 p.m. That event focused on helping those grieving during the holidays find some peace. But for now, reporting live in Middleton, Ellie Liberté, News 3 Now.
All right, Ellie, thank you. And just ahead at 10, flurries could soon fall in Madison.
Jacob has more on our snow chances over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, conditions right now haven't changed, but we are going to see some snow possibly by this time tomorrow. Right now, 39 degrees, a good amount of cloud cover still. Winds right now registered as calm, but other areas have seen the winds pick up. Upper 30s across all of Dane County, much of the area looking at temperatures in the 30s. We're going to see temperatures dropping a little bit, but for the most part, we're still going to remain fairly mild overnight. Now, as we look at the current winds, not too bad in Madison, but a lot of areas seeing that wind pick up around 10 to 20 miles per hour for a good portion of the region at this hour. And that's going to kind of allow temperatures to drop a little bit more and prevent fog from forming tomorrow morning, as we're not too concerned about that. So looking at the low temperatures for tonight, they'll be right around 30, upper 20s for some areas. Still going to see mostly cloudy skies, but we will see a few peaks of sunshine early in the day. But then clouds are expected to move back into the area completely later in the day, as we'll have highs in the middle 30s. And then we are expecting some snow flurries later in the night tomorrow. And then we have another chance of snow later in the week. So I'll talk more in detail about both coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you very much, and continuing to pray with the victims of today's shooting at Abundant Life, how community members in Madison are coming together. That's just ahead.
Hurry into Shopko Optical before your vision benefits expire. Our professional team will walk you through your options, and together we will maximize your benefits on exams, frames, contact lenses, and more. Your personalized eye care awaits. Visit Shopko Optical today.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Shop the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. Save over $11,000 on select 24 Silverado or lease a 25 Trax for $169 a month. Shop Bergstrom, Madison, or Middleton locations today.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
Playing Overture Center, June 17th through 22nd. Tickets at overture.org.
Don't let an appliance breakdown break you down. Fridge on the fritz? Stay cool. With affordable in-stock options, we'll have one delivered to your door in no time. Brothers Maine. Feel like family.
I need help for my mom. She has dementia. I want a Grace so Mom can get care at home. You know what people say about them? I can't imagine better support through such a painful time. A Grace. Authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Madison community members are rallying around the victims of today's Abundant Life school shooting.
Lake Edge Lutheran Church is hosting a gun violence prayer vigil. Tanasia Shaw is live at the observation, and she joins us with more. Tanasia. All right, we will try to get Tanasia later. We are having some technical difficulties. We apologize. Well, tomorrow there will be a candlelight vigil to honor the victims of today's shooting.
The Boys and Girls Club hosting that vigil 6 p.m. That'll be at the state capitol right in front of the Vel Phillips statue. The CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County releasing a statement reading, quote, "As an organization dedicated to serving youth and families, we feel it is our responsibility to step forward and create spaces for connection and healing. That vigil, one way we can stand with the community." Again, that was Michael Johnson, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. Let's go back to Tanasia. I think she has more on some of the ways that they're honoring members of the community tonight affected by this shooting. Tanasia?
Yes, there was 2 vigils in the area. I'm here at Abundant Life Christian School on Buckeye Road. About a mile away, a church, Lake Edge Lutheran Church, had a vigil service. And then just about an hour ago, a group of UW students met. I'm going to let you get a look at the candles that they left behind. I spoke to students earlier today, and they said they left these candles to pay respect and because they felt like they had to.
Just the fact that this happens a lot in our community, and I just wanted to come out here and show a little love to the families and the lives of the young, innocent kids that are now in heaven. There are people now out there that are suffering and have to live and don't get to see their child grow up.
And again, there's active investigations going on right now. So MPD did tell the public that there aren't any official visuals happening right here, but they still let the students have their visual. I'm going to send it back to you, Brady and Eric.
All right, Tanasia, thank you. And next at 10, as we mentioned, snow set to return to the region this week.
And a cool down will follow those flurries. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano has more on the drop in temperatures. Jacob.
Thanks, Brady. If we take a look at the 3 things you need to know, the 2 chances of snow will come Tuesday night and then again on Thursday, with the coldest air over the next 10 days expected to be by the time we get to the weekend. Now, first, here's a look at the overnight forecast. Once again, we're going to see low temperatures right around 30. Not going to be as foggy in the morning, but we are also going to see a few peaks of sunshine with clouds developing quite a bit later in the day with complete cloud cover during the afternoon hours. We'll have highs in the middle 30s, so a few degrees cooler, but for the most part, it will feel fairly similar. Now, looking at the snowfall forecast, again, on and off cloud cover with consistent cloud cover by the time we get to Tuesday afternoon. Looking off to the west, that's when the snow will begin to push through the area, but it's mostly going to come in the form of some light flurries and snow showers, and it's not expected to last too long, just for a few hours across parts of the area during the evening. It will clear out by Wednesday morning, certainly drying out by sunrise Wednesday, and then we look a little bit later in the week for our next chance of snow. But looking at the amount of snow we could see from Tuesday night, most of our area will see less than an inch, up to an inch at most. But again, could make roads slippery at times, but for the most part, this is not expected to be a big issue. As we look at Thursday's system, this one is a little bit more interesting simply because the areas in the heart of the track of this system could see several inches of snowfall. Now, right now, it looks to stay north of our area in central and northern Wisconsin, but over the last couple of days, the track of the system has pushed further and further south, and if that trend continues, it could bring a few inches of snow to southern Wisconsin. But even if the track stays up in northern Wisconsin, at least the heart of the track, we could still see some snowfall here in southern Wisconsin. But at this point in time, we're expecting the best chance of accumulation to be north of Madison and especially north of our area in the northern portion of Wisconsin. And again, this is mostly during the day on Thursday. We could see some of those snow showers lingering into Thursday night, but most of it should clear out by Friday with just a few flurries lingering across our area by then. And obviously, we'll continue to update the forecast accordingly if there is the potential that we could see more snowfall if that system drifts south. But for right now, we're just expecting a few snow showers, not expecting a ton of accumulation. Maybe areas in the far northern portion of our area could see a little bit more. Now, as far as temperatures, highs will be in the middle 20s over the weekend, lows in the single digits. Not quite as cold as it was at points last week, but still colder than what it is right now. And it looks like temperatures will warm up a little bit by the time we hit Christmas, with highs in the middle to upper 30s. A few small chances of precipitation could be in the form of rain, with temperatures being above freezing.
And still to come in sports, Wisconsin football goes fishing in the transfer portal. See what they came up with next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When you want to make junk disappear, leave it where it is. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is full-service junk removal. I've got a partner who lives down the street from you, and we're anxious to come to your rescue. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Maverick, Ranger.
Another truckload of trucks?
Big event needs a big selection. Right, like the Ford F-Series. Best-selling trucks for 47 years. Gas, hybrid, electric, and big selection means great deals. Exactly, which means it's the best time to buy.
Choose Flex Buy on F-150 and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 Flex Buy and 1,000 holiday bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
I was an occupational therapist and I had lost my position. I was able to just go the next day, oh well, I can dash. I love it for the freedom. I can schedule myself. Also, dashing just gives you a sense of purpose. Having portable benefits would be really awesome for me because I could use them to help cover my vision, copays, and adding to my 401k. And I could continue to build that till I retire.
Don't miss a chance to win a new furnace from AirServe of Madison. Send us a photo of your old, ugly furnace for a chance to win a new, beautiful furnace in the Ugliest Furnace Photo Contest on channel3000.com. Brought to you by AirServe of Madison.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free foam flakes? I love these free foam flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. US Cellular.
Here's the secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, has nurses that specialize in custom treatment plans. Always natural, never overfilled. Time to learn how aging is different at Robertson.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
Change is here again for Wisconsin football. After hiring a new offensive coordinator last week and getting a top tight end out of the transfer portal this past weekend, today they found not 1 but 2 quarterbacks. First, and this is the big one, Billy Edwards Jr. is transferring to Wisconsin. He spent the last 3 years at Maryland and tossed 15 touchdowns last season. Edwards reportedly chose Wisconsin over Michigan. And then there's Danny O'Neal, who spent his freshman season as the quarterback at San Diego State. He's coming into the UW. He threw for 2,181 yards last season. But it wasn't just the offense that was adding the new phases to the new phases. The defense adds 2 guys on the defensive line, Corey Walker from Western Michigan and Charles Perkins from UT Martin. He was an FCS All-American, while safety Matthew Traynor comes into Madison from Richmond. The Packers packed up their 10th win of the season on Sunday Night Football and accomplished their goal that they set out to make, making a statement early. The Pack threw the first couple of punches, scoring on each of their first 2 drives, and Seattle after that just could not swing back. Despite the difficult environment, the Pack persevered.
We came out, we started fast. We knew that was going to be a key to the game, to try to take the crowd out as best we could.
It was definitely something that we focused on, and I think we did a great job of coming out fast, putting up some touchdowns early, and defense doing a great job getting the ball back for us. But that's when we're at our best: is starting fast, getting the ball, putting up points, and going from there.
Buy stock in Wisconsin women's basketball now, not later. They're 8-2 for the first time since 2009 and are 6-0 at the Kohl Center. And all of that starts with Sarah Williams. To no surprise, she was named the Big Ten's Player of the Week. This comes after a career-high 36 points against Butler, where she had 14 extra rebounds, 4 blocks, and 2 steals. This season, she ranks top 5 in the Big Ten in scoring and leads the conference in rebounds per game. We'll be right back.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get a 2024 Buick Envista starting at $23,495. For attractive offers, visit these Buick dealers today.
Habitat Dane has partnered with over 696 local families, helping them achieve affordable home ownership. Now our neighbors need us more than ever, and demand for our program is at an historic high. Please support this vital work. Donate today.
It's Good News Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
We love this time of year when we all get together in downtown Madison to enjoy the beautiful sparkling holiday lights, catch up with friends over cocktails, enjoy awesome local restaurants, and our family really enjoys creating holiday memories during Shine On Madison, which is a free, fun holiday celebration in downtown Madison. And that is Good News Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
When your indoor comfort is on the line,
Go with the team from Modern Heating and Cooling. New owners Scott and Jason have combined experience of over 65 years in the HVAC trades, so they'll make sure you find the right system to fit your needs and budget. Offering the highest quality HVAC products from Carrier, turn to the experts at Modern Heating and Cooling. Call today to schedule one of their indoor comfort specialists.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, they can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble better. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Do you guys have a favorite child? I have a favorite son. It's me, right?
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great. Order now at papamurphys.com.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, and the powerful Ridgeline. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Need help with a consumer issue? Contact News 3 Now's Call for Action.
And before we leave you tonight, we have one last update from today's Abundant Life school shooting. At least 2 of the 6 victims have been released from the hospital.
And 2 people are still in critical condition. A teacher and student are dead, along with the shooter. Tomorrow morning, we will have Chris Stanford live near the school with the latest updates.
And we want to go to Jacob one last time for the very latest on our forecast.
Yeah, temperatures are going to cool down over the next couple of days pretty slowly. Slow decline into the 20s. At least the high temperatures will be back in the 20s by the time we get to the weekend. As far as snowfall goes, we'll see some light snow Tuesday night. Could see more consistent snow Thursday, but the heaviest will be north of Madison. So for those of you tuning in, Juneau, Adams County, you guys could see a few inches on Thursday. We'll continue updating the forecast for Thursday, but you know, that system definitely is a little bit, I wouldn't say concerned, but definitely more interesting than Tuesday night, which will just be some light flurries. So some snow Thursday and then dry and cool over the weekend.
And we want to thank you once again for joining us on what has been a very difficult day in Madison. Our coverage continues on Channel 3000, and as we mentioned on News